Yo, what's good? This is Corey. Yo, friendly neighborhood massage technician coming to you from my touch of liberation. And today is Spirit Talk Sundays, where I come on here and bless you with some words that come from my heart, with hopes that they bring a light, a blessing, or good feeling to your day. Right? So, in beginning this talk, I would like to make mention of the fact that I am grateful for the rain that has shined upon us this week. It finally got all of the dust from the fires that have been going on in California throughout the entire state of California, and it's been difficult to breathe. It's been difficult to go outside. It's been difficult to share any interaction in the environment because of all of the particles and stuff that is just flooding the air. I had to put on masks for the entire week, and the rains came and washed out the disturbances in the sky, and the sun shines as bright as ever in the California sky, and I love it. Thank you. So, with that, I just wanted to make mention of that because I really feel good about it. It's been a long time since I've been able to go outside and take walks, because, you can't breathe that well, in all of the smoke that's been going on. So it's only maybe about a good mile that I got a chance to walk, but now I can walk as long as I want because the sky is clear. I love it. So, today I was at Heart and Soul Center of Light. Reverend Andrea Earl was the preacher. Heart and Soul was the ensemble of singing. There was a lot of good energy that was circulating the room today. It filled your spirits up with light, love, and joy to be within the presence of everyone worshiping the spirit that is within their souls. It was great. It was a good feeling, and I loved it. Today, during the talk with Heart Soul Center of Light, the premise of the conversation was centered around gratitude. What is gratitude? How do we receive gratitude? What is the type of mindset to bring in gratitude to our lives? So with that, I'd like to bring up a couple of ideas that I received from Heart and Soul. And one of them is from Ernest Holmes, who said, you have to, says, you have no responsibility except to create the right kind of mental receptivity. You have no responsibility except to create the right kind of mental receptivity. For what? For whatever it is you desire to have within your life. You have to have the mindset of what that is within your person in order to receive it from the world. Now, why or how does this work, right? I like to use the analogy of magnets for this. And granted, I use this in a sense of a means of how I see magnets. Now, is this totally proven or whatnot? I can't actually say, but like the way you look at things can determine a great deal about how you see your mental makeup of your life, right? The idea, of course, is that opposites attract. When it comes to magnets, you take a north, you take a south, you put them together, and they connect to each other, right? So seeing this action happen with magnets is like kind of an automatic assumption that north attracts south. Opposites attract. In my world, this isn't totally true, right? Here's the way I look at it, right? Because when you actually take these two magnets and you put them together, two sides disappear and create one whole magnet, right? So when you take the north and the south disappear, and there's a north, there's a south. from what was a south and a north here, right? What I see in this connection is that the north that was here that disappeared moved to the north. The south that was here moved to the south. So it is the north's trajectory towards the north that connects it to the south. And the same is true as the south is trekking towards the south, it pulls it to connect to the north. So it's not opposites attract. It is like begets like, because like is in the process of seeking its likeness through an opposite. Okay, so so with that, right? Like begets like. So when you come back to the statement, I have no responsibility except to create the right kind of mental receptivity, type of openness, mental openness for the desires I wish to have within my life. This is where that gratitude-ish feeling comes from, right? And you want to remain filled as much as possible with this receptive feeling towards this desired goal, this gratuitous feeling that whatever it is you desire is graciously and gratefully coming into your life. Now, you have to think about this feeling of gratitude or this feeling of receptivity as something that you can actually manipulate. Like, say you were physically lifting a dumbbell, or matter of fact, let me rephrase that. You have to think about this gratuitous feeling or this receptive mental space within yourself as something that you can train like a bicep or like your physical body. You can train your imagination to hold a particular thought so that it stays within your psyche and it draws that same type of feeling towards your being, so that you're forever filled with the feelings of your desires coming into you, because you trained your imagination to receive all of the things that bring about your desirous life. How do you do that? I have one particular way that works in my own psyche. It kind of comes with my meditation practices, and it does help, and it kind of helps to see this like gratuitous feeling or this positive feeling as something that is tangible within your life. Now, take a feeling that you have had in your past, or that you have towards your future, or that you have had in any portion of your life that brings you a sense of joy. Whatever that feeling is, or whatever that moment is that gave you the greatest sense of appreciation and gratitude for life. I don't necessarily need to know what that is. This is whatever makes you feel as if you are the greatest thing that has ever graced this planet. That feeling of love, that feeling of joy, that feeling of being a part of the whole and as one with everything around you. That feeling, you almost can think about it like a flow state, like when you're every shot that you light up on the court is in. Boom, boom, boom. Doesn't matter. Everything that you shoot on the pool table is in. Every thought that you have is going exactly as you called it to be. That feeling that you cannot be stopped. I want you to take that very feeling from your imaginative state, or from whatever situation you had it from. I want you to take that feeling that you have had for that day, implant it in yourself, bring yourself back to that time that you felt that gracious love. And I want you to take it, place it inside of your heart, and expand it throughout your entire body. I want you to spread it as far as you can, as if you're taking like 100-pound weights and you're like pulling them apart. You need to spread this gratitude all over your being and feel filled with this gracious feeling, and hold it for as long as you desperately can without letting any other thoughts inside of your mind, if they start to come up, appreciate it for what it is and let it slide out. Appreciate it for what it is, let it slide out. But your focus is holding and strengthening and pulling this gracious feeling throughout your entire being, this imaginative thought that you're having about this gracious, loving feeling. Spread it. And do this on a daily basis, as if you're working out your gracious imagination, right? What happens in the end is that you get used to feeling this gracious feeling within your body. You get used to being filled with grace, with gratefulness, and with love. You get used to it because you imagine it as a training concept within your head, that I will be filled 5 minutes out the day, if you will, filled totally with gracious feeling. Filled totally with gracious feeling. And just like any other conditioning practice, you get conditioned to being around situations that bring about gratefulness, that bring about love, that bring about appreciation. You get used to it. You're conditioned to be grateful by having this mental practice of forever putting your mental state in a grateful mindset. This is training. This is training. It's not as simple as saying, I want to see gratefulness fall on my face. It's not that simple. You have to put in the work. You have to put in the effort to be one with gratefulness. To be one with gratefulness, you must manually, you must effortfully, if you will, if that's even a word, you must put forth your intensity in the idea that you want to expand your love and gracious well-being within yourself. From that, you become conditioned to feel love and know when it's in your presence, and know when these feelings of your desires are coming to you, because you have magnetized your ability to feel your desires within your body. You have magnetized this, and those things will attract to you, or you will feel the pull that they have on you, because you have a receptive ability that has been honed to track and to attach itself to your grateful desires within your life. This is training. This is training. It's not enough to say it. You have to do it. You have to do your grateful duty to be filled with grateful situations. Does that make sense? Either way, I'm going to cut out here. Hopefully I gave you some nuggets and jewels to work out your daily days. Maybe you can create your own little meditation to where you're feeling grateful every day before you wake up in the morning. I don't know what you can do with that, but hopefully it's something that you can take and implement within your life and find meaning in it, if you will. So with that, this is Corey. Yeah. I have no idea where I throw that thing at. Your neighborhood massage technician, coming to you from a touch of liberation. And family, be grateful, be well.